Hey guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. I really wanted to sit down and film a video on my Essence favorites. Essence is one of my favorite brands. I really love that they make high quality, affordable products, and they have a lot of products in their range. So I really wanted to sit down and narrow it down to my top 10 and share them with you guys. If you've been around for a while or you watch my videos regularly, a lot of these products are not going to be a surprise to you because I do talk about them a lot on my channel. But if you're new to my channel or new to my videos, I hope that I can share some really high quality, affordable favorites with you guys, because it's important to know that you don't have to spend a lot of money to get high quality makeup. There are definitely high-end products and brands that I love and I enjoy using, but there are so many good affordable options, and Essence definitely makes quite a few of them. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope it's helpful. Okay, I'm going to kick it off with a little bit of an underrated product. I personally just discovered the Essence Metal Shock shadows back in the summertime, so I might be a little bit late to the game with these, but if you are a fan of liquid or metallic shadows, these are going to be a great option for you. They're only a few dollars each, and they are very, very pigmented. They're very smooth, easy to apply, but I typically prefer more of like a metallic opaque shadow rather than a sheer glittery shadow, and that is why I love these so much. They just go on really, really beautifully, and you can layer them up for like a really intense look, or you can blend them out, and they're just opaque and metallic and beautiful. So I like these because they're very shimmery, very beautiful on the eyes. You can blend them out with your finger or a brush for a really easy like one eyeshadow look, or you can layer them on top of powder shadows if you just want to apply it like all over the center of your lid. My only complaint is that I wish they had more shades. They only have like 6 shades right now, and I think that's what a lot of the high-end brands have going for them. They have a really good shade range when it comes to liquid, glitter, or metallic shadows, and I would love to see like some really pretty pastel shades, maybe some more like deep dark shades. So I definitely enjoy these, and they're worth checking out for sure. I think one of my first Essence products was their highlighter in the shade Pure Nude. It's such a beautiful color. It's very easy to use, and it's something that I got into because for a while I wasn't really into really intense highlighters, and day to day I usually prefer more of a natural highlighter, and I think that you tend to get more of a natural glow with this product. It just blends into the skin really beautifully. It's very soft, very easy to apply, but like I said, it's not anything too intense or too blinding, so it's a great option for day-to-day wear if you're not into super intense highlighters. One of the products that I talk about the most on my channel is the Essence Make Me Brow Eyebrow Gel Mascara. I really love this product because I have very, very sparse brows, and it's hard to fake the appearance of hair where you don't have any, but this product has little fibers in it, so as you comb it through your brows, it makes your brows look a little bit more voluminous and thick and full, and it's a great option. I love using it on days when I'm not wearing a lot of makeup because I'll just apply a little concealer, some mascara, and then I won't take the time to actually fill in my brows with a brow pencil. I'll just take this product and run it through, and it makes them look just a little bit more voluminous and dramatic. Even if you don't have sparse brows and that's not really a concern for you, this brow gel is really nice because it will lock them into place all day long. So Essence has a bunch of different mascaras. I've tried quite a few of them, and there are a couple that haven't worked out for me, but there are 3 mascaras that I've repurchased multiple times that I just love, and I think they're so much better than really any of my high-end mascaras. The first one is the Essence Lash Princess False Lash Effect Mascara. This has been my favorite for years. It's such a beautiful mascara because it does everything that I need. It makes my lashes long and dramatic and voluminous and thick. So many mascaras just make your lashes long, or they just curl them, or they just separate them, but this does everything in one, and it's just such a beautiful formula. It is a very wet mascara. I have more of a dry formula to share with you guys in a second, but if you are not a fan of super wet mascaras, you're not going to like this one. It takes forever to dry out. I really like wet mascaras because I think they build really well, and they tend to look a little bit more dramatic for me personally, but just keep that in mind if you're not a fan of wet mascaras. I just love it. I think it's beautiful for my top lashes and my lower lashes, and it's my go-to. It's my number one out of all of the mascaras that I've tried on the market, high-end and drugstore. This is the one. So Essence also makes a Lash Princess Volume Mascara. I completely used this one up. It was actually in my empties. I have a bunch of mascara ones that I have to clean because I send them to Wands for Wildlife, which is such a cool organization. I'll put more information in the description box below, but basically they use like recycled mascara wands to help clean off baby animals that they rescue. It's such a cool organization. Anyways, I've been meaning to clean off a bunch of my mascara ones, but I did have this one to share with you guys. So I like this mascara because it lifts and curls my lashes, and it makes them look voluminous. It doesn't necessarily make them look super long, But I like this one on days when I don't necessarily want like the intense length. I just want them to be like lifted and I want my eyes to look really awake. I like using these two together because I think they're like the perfect combo. But if you want more of like a lengthened dramatic look, go with the false lash effect. And if you want more of a lifted curled look, go with the volume. Now, if you are more of a dry mascara fan, you're really going to enjoy the Volume Stylist 18-Hour Lash Extension Mascara with lengthening fibers. This one does make your lashes really long, but it's more of a dry formula. So I think it's more of like a natural length rather than a super dramatic built up length. This one does a great job at separating lashes, and it does have those fibers in it. I think the fibers are very subtle, so they're not going to bother you if you have contacts, at least me personally. Sometimes mascaras with fibers or just like mascaras that tend to flake off really irritate my eyes because I do have contacts, but this one does not do that for me personally. I like using this when I don't want like a super intense dramatic lash look, like maybe if I go in with more natural makeup or, you know, I don't necessarily need like super dramatic lashes. This one's a great option. I also love using it on the bottom lashes because it really grabs onto each individual lash and coats it and separates it. So I'm kind of curious to hear what you guys think about this product, because when I was on the Ulta website and I looked at the reviews for this product, they weren't really that great, but it's one of my favorites. It is their Metal Chrome blush in the shade The Beauty and the Bronze. They do have a few different shades, but I think this one is the absolute best out of all of them. This is such a beautiful blush. It just goes on really beautiful, and it's such like a pretty rust toned bronzy shade. I just think it looks absolutely gorgeous. If you are looking for a little bit more of like a unique blush shade, I think this color is beautiful. You can build it up for more of like an intense color, or you can blend it out if you want more of a subtle shade. So I do think it will work for a variety of skin tones, but the formula is very nice. It's very blendable, very smooth, really easy to work with. And it just has a really beautiful like natural satin sheen to it. So I think it looks really flattering on the skin rather than like a super matte flat blush. I just think it gives you like this really beautiful natural glow. So I'm a big fan of this blush. Like I said, there are other shades, but I think that this one is the best out of all of them. There are two essence powders that I absolutely love that I rave about all the time. The first one is the All About Matte Fixing Compact Powder. This one is a great option for just setting your makeup into place, especially if you have oily skin. I find it to be a very lightweight mattifying powder. So it does set my foundation into place really well, but it's also very, very matte. So I mainly reach for this during the summertime when my skin is a little bit more oily or the days are just very hot. If I have like a super long day ahead of me, this is the one that I reach for. It's a little bit of a powdery powder, if that makes sense. If you guys try a lot of powders, you probably know what I mean, but it can have a tendency to leave a white cast. I built it up just so you guys could see. But if you have a darker skin tone or you're taking photos, this probably isn't the ideal option for you because it might leave a little bit of a white cast. I would love to hear your experience with it. I don't notice that for me personally, but I do have like a lighter skin tone. But like I said, I love using this one when my skin is a little bit more oily or I have a very long day ahead of me because it does keep my skin pretty matte throughout the day. And again, it's very affordable. I go through powder so quickly because I use a ton of powder, so I don't like spending a ton of money, so this one's a great option. I also really like the Essence Brighten Up Banana Powder. This is such a great option if you want a yellow toned powder. The texture of this powder is so beautiful. It's very, very smooth. It's somewhat similar to the Essence All About Matte. I want to say it's not quite as matte as the Essence All About Matte powder. It has more of like a silky texture to it. It's very blendable, very beautiful. So I think because the texture is so silky and smooth, it's really ideal for using underneath your eyes if you want to brighten that area up because it won't enhance any dryness or any fine lines. It will just go on really beautifully and kind of smooth everything out. So I did want to include one last product. This is kind of like a bonus product because I haven't been using it for very long, so I can't call it like an absolute favorite like these other products, but I will say the formula is my favorite Essence eyeshadow formula so far. So this is the Spice Up Your Life eyeshadow palette. They just released a couple of these and they have 16 different shadows inside. Now I will say this is not like the most intensely pigmented eyeshadow palette, which is what I usually prefer, but it's a good palette and it's very, very affordable. The shimmer shadows are nice. They're very smooth and they go on the eyes really well. I just take my finger and place them on the lid and they have like pretty good pigment to them. You can build them up for more of an intense look, but if you want a little bit more of like a subtle metallic formula, this is going to be a great option. And the matte shadows blend really well on the eyes. I've tried a few Essence palettes in the past and they haven't really been staples in my collection, but I do want to say this one is a pretty good formula. So if you're looking for an affordable eyeshadow palette that Doesn't necessarily have the most pigment to it, but blends really well and you can build it up and work with it. This one is going to be a good option. I just like the color selection in here as well. But please let me know in the comments below if you guys have any favorite Essence products, because I haven't tried all of their products. So if there are things that I'm missing out on, I would love to hear from you. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this video was helpful, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.